Hi, I'm Batsa and I've been playing a lot of Pax Dei since it came out in early access. I'm pretty much done with the guide videos, at least until the next big patch, when I will probably make a few more of those, and maybe do an updated version to a guide or two I already made in the past. For the background footage of the video, I'm chilling in this beautiful pond with a lovely Platinia. In this video, I'm going to talk about features, improvements and fixes that I want to be added to the game. This is just what came to my mind, it's not a comprehensive list of everything I want for Pax Dei. Let's first look at the roadmap to see what the developers are working on, so I won't be discussing topics that are already going to be addressed, though I'm going to mention a couple of those as well. Verse 1 is the Proving Grounds update we got recently, so all of this is already in the game. Verse 2 will come very soon, with the markets and gold economy being the main point of interest. And we have a lot of things that will be added later in the early access period, as also some ongoing additions and improvements. One of them is an improved permission system, which I want to talk about first. In the last update, we got the Alderman and Elders ranks added to the permission system, but it can be expanded a lot more. We don't have an account rank as of now, and your alts can only access your main character storage if they are in the same clan and the storage is set to clan. This rank would be very useful to get, it should be placed between the personal and Alderman ranks. Other improvements to storage permissions can be set in different rules for deposit and withdrawal. For example, everyone can deposit, but only the officers can withdraw items. Another option to add is the look-only one, so you can see what's in the storage even if you don't have the right permission to place or remove items from it. Adding an option to remove X amount of stacks per day or week can also be good, for example for food buffs and potions for clan activities. Having a friends rank added can also be nice, and maybe adding individual characters to the permissions. Maybe instead of a rank that we choose, it can be a checkbox that we tick to set who's getting the permissions, for example, account, friends, and manually added character names. Having a log to see the deposits and the withdrawals would be also good to have, but maybe it's a bit too much to ask. And there needs something to be done about the sheer amount of the storage boxes needed to store our stuff. Maybe the higher tier containers can have not only a higher amount of slots, which they don't currently, but also bigger stacks for each item. For example, the steel reinforced chest can have a 10x of the normal stack amount in each slot, so we'll need 10 times less of these chests to store our items compared to the decorative chests. And speaking of stack sizes, some of them can still be increased. We need bigger stacks for hides, which only stack to 5 now, wood stocks, arrows and arrowheads, and probably several other items as well. We had a lot of new signs added in the Proving Grounds update, but we could use more. I played Ark a lot in the past, and there was a mod which showed the icon and amount of the stored items on the storage container. We already have the icons for every item in the game, so it would be great if those would be able to be placed on the storage unit. Maybe just turn the color of all icons to black so they will look more fitting. Staying on the inventory, which is my favorite subject I guess. A split all button, which will split the stack into stacks of 1 for each available inventory slot, would be very useful. For example, when you are chopping trees or mining, and you only want the wood or ores and not the other items you can get from it. Take O for crafting stations like the charcoal kilns would be a nice addition that will save some valuable seconds. Cancelling the queued crafts which haven't started yet would also be a good option to have. And as of now you can pick up crafting stations while the inventory is not empty, like I'm going to show with this tanning rack for science. When I destroy it, I get the materials back for the rack, but the hides that were in there are gone. We should be able to only destroy crafters with empty inventories or be giving the inventory back to us when we demolish the crafter. Drop all or drop all of this item for the inventory would also be useful. And we don't need to see the redeeming queue message each time we log into the game or teleport to our home valley. I'm pretty sure we don't need to be reminded of this anymore. Another nice addition will be showing the name of the player who made the item in the description of the weapon and armor pieces. As someone with high-level profession skills who made a lot of magical gear and other high-level crafts for the clan, knowing that my name will appear on the items would be an amazing feeling. The wear and tear is a nice addition to the game, but I hope it could be made optional. I don't want to run around in rusty gear all the time. Sorting recipes in the crafting benches would be a welcomed addition. Currently the items are sorted by the difficulty of the crafts, but the items which are trivial or master craft appear to be completely random. Would be nice to sort those according to the skill level as well, and also sort by item type, like a head armor piece or two-handed mace. We were able to spam the drop button while discarding unwanted items from the inventory before the Proving Grounds update, but now it doesn't work. We need to wait like half a second before each drop. It would be nice to be able to drop items faster. I don't know if it's related, but you only get experience for one animal skinning if you skin more than one in a short time frame. If this can't be fixed, maybe we can have a short skinning animation, so we will get experience with every skinning. The Proving Grounds update added a lot of new markers to the game. We have 16 now, up from 5. But it would be nice to get more. Maybe the icons for the gatherables can be used as markers, the way the interactive map does it already. The option to remove all markers on the map or all markers of a certain type would be very useful to have as well, especially with the node locations changing so frequently. And it's such a minor thing, but you can't place markers on top of each other to mark locations that are very close to each other. It would be great to have that option. Something that should come back is the clan name under the character name and the health and stamina numbers in the party UI. For the clan names at least, I know that the developers want to bring them back. I know that this is on the menu, but trees regrowing in plots is an issue. I hope this can be fixed in the near future. Maybe it can even be a toggle setting if you want to keep the trees on your plot and integrate them into your build. We need more emotes in the game, a lot more. Having only 5 is not nearly enough. Something that is not present on the roadmap is fishing. I assume that it is something that is planned to be added after the full release, because is there a game more suited to having fishing in it with these beautiful waters and the props you can place? There can be a profession associated with it, with many icons and meshes for the different fish, different food buffs that can be made with the fish, maybe some minigame to catch them. It is something that I'm willing to sink many hours in once it's added to the game. Getting more animals would be a welcomed addition. We can have bisons, lynx, and having birds will make the game feel more alive as well. We can hunt the birds down, collect feathers, hides and whatnot. These animals are present in medieval Dynasty and play a part in why that game is so good, in my opinion. Speaking of birds, I guess we could hunt them with bows, and the bows should receive some love from the developers. The bow is a lot weaker compared to the melee weapons, and is only useful for killing deer and pulling enemies in dungeons. It could be made better, for example, by adding fire and poison arrows. The highest level bow you can make, the war bow, is not the strongest one and there's no reason to use it. It can be adjusted with a simple change to its piercing value. Having more settings to tune the graphics is something I believe is needed. Currently we don't have that many options compared to many other games. You can only choose the overall quality, character detail, which is a new setting, the upscaling type and quality, and streaming distance. I would like to have a lot more options to fine-tune the graphics and the performance. I don't mind lower quality shadows and reflections, but I want the textures and viewing distance to be on the highest settings. This is it for this video. You can leave comments with what you would like to see to be added to or changed in the game. Check the description below for some useful Pax Dei links and also links to my Twitch and my second YouTube channels. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.